Hi guys, welcome to your Kill Creek Park Triathlon, Duathlon, Aquabike, and Aquathlon. So a multi-sport event athlete briefing. Hopefully this briefing finds you well and well into your training. You're feeling really great about the race, and this is just going to give you some more information. So we're going to fly through some of this. We'll go all the way from packet pickup down to post-race information. So stay tuned for all the details. If you have more questions after this, please don't hesitate to reach out. Contact us on social media, email, come by our office, whatever we can do for you so that you have an amazing race. So packet pickup's going to start on Friday prior to the race, which will be August 9th this year at Mill Creek Activity Center here in Shawnee, Kansas. We'll be running that from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We'll take late registrations at packet pickup. We will also do any swaps that you need to make. So if you need to switch out your race to a different race, we can take care of that for you at packet pickup. Saturday morning packet pickup will run from 5:30 a.m. when the park gates open up until 7:25 a.m. when transition closes right before the race begins. We will not accept late registrations on race morning, so please make sure that if you have friends, family, anybody else wanting to register for the race, do that prior to that time. Also, please give yourself enough time on race morning. If you decide that that is when you're going to pick up your packet, make sure that you are in the park plenty early. There usually is a line on race morning, so make sure that you account for that. You also do have to have a photo ID to pick up your packet, so make sure that you bring that with you, and no one else is allowed to pick up your packet besides you. Parents can pick up for kids, but with that said, parents also have to have an ID. Athlete guide, that went out to you guys on Monday of this week. So what is that, July 29th. So please make sure that you guys read through that. Pretty much all of your questions can be answered in there. We also have some discounts included in there, from Kurt's Bars to Bike Stop. So if you guys need a pre-race tune-up, they can take care of that for you. And then Shields, everybody's thinking about back to school shopping, so definitely utilize that discount at Shields. Your race packet, when you pick that up at packet pickup, you're going to have several pieces of information in there. Your race numbers, which will look like this, either purple or green. This looks kind of blue, but it's purple. Race bib will go on the front of your shirt or shorts, whatever you're going to cross the finish line in. It has to be visible. If you want to see your race photos, you really want it visible. This guy's going to go on your bike. It's your bike tag, so it goes underneath your seat post, just like this. If you don't have room underneath your seat post, put it up and down along the bar that connects your handlebars and your seat. And then finally, your helmet sticker. This guy goes on the front of your helmet. All these have to be on you on race day. You're also going to have a swim cap in there. It's either going to be blue for guys or yellow for girls. Please make sure that you wear that on race day. Your shirt will also be in there. If you need to exchange shirt sizes, please bring that to race day with you, and we can check after the race to see if we have any extra available. Timing chips will not be in your race packet. Those will get picked up on race morning inside transition near bike mount. So please make sure that after you get body marked, you check in at bike mount to get your timing chip. If you don't race with a timing chip on, your race doesn't count. So please make sure that you have that. Race morning, like I said, give yourself plenty of time, regardless if you're picking up your packet or not. You want to make sure that you're familiar with your area that you're going to be in. So get your bike racked, walk to the swim start, walk to bike mount, walk to bike dismount. Make sure that you feel really good about your surroundings. Timing chip, like I said, you're going to pick that up on race morning. You're going to come through bike mount, which will be on the north side of transition. That's where we'll be body marking. That's also going to be where you're going to pick up your timing chip. Again, if you don't race with a timing chip, you don't get a time, and I'm pretty sure you paid to get a time. So let's make sure that you get that. National anthem is going to go off right at 7:30, and then we will start our first men and women right after that. Parking on race morning, the gates are going to open at 5:30 a.m. You need to park in a designated lot. So there's not one specific parking place where everybody parks at this race. We utilize all the different parking lots within the park. So there'll be several attendants stationed around the park designating you and telling you to go down different roads into certain spots. Please make sure that you listen to them and that you're kind to them. Lots of them are volunteering their time to be with us on race morning, and we wouldn't be able to do this without them. For your safety, so for athlete safety, parking lots are going to remain closed until the last athlete has safely exited the bike course. Please don't try to leave early. Cars and bikes don't mix. You guys are people on bikes, you know that. You don't want a car out there with you if we can control it. So please make sure you don't leave until that has been announced. We will open transition at that point, so our DJ will announce that on site, so stay tuned for that. So transition will also open up at 5:30 in the morning when the gates open. It's going to close at 7:25. The roads are also going to close at this point. So anybody coming into the park to watch you needs to be in by this point. If they are not in by this point, they are not getting into the park. Again, that is for athlete safety. So reference your bike rack diagram. Right now, your diagram in your athlete guide just says Aquabike will be on this rack and triathlon will be on this rack. As we get closer to race day, I'll actually plot your race numbers on those, and I'll send that out via email and put it on social media, so stay tuned for that. Those numbers will be posted on the end of the bike racks, and that's a range of numbers that all of those numbers have to fit on that rack. So 8 bikes per rack. We alternate directions. One bike faces this way, the other bike faces this way, and we continue to do that. If we do that, everybody plays nice. If we don't do that, you run out of space really, really quick. So please help your neighbors with that. Team racks will be located on the northeast side of transition, in addition to our para-athlete racks. So please make sure that we leave them enough space as well. For teams, team box will be located in the northeast corner as well. All of your chip handoffs have to happen inside that box, and there are no bikes to be in that box. So if you're a duathlon team, your first runner comes back in, the cyclist gets the chip from them in the box and then goes to get their bike. When the cyclist comes back, they rack their bike and then they pass the chip. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, ask and we can explain it hopefully in a way that will make sense to you. So like I said, 8 bikes per rack. Be courteous with your space. If you alternate the directions of your bike, it works far better, and all of your gear should go on the right side of your front tire. So swim enter will be on the west side of transition. That will be marked by red flags. Bike mount will be on the north side of transition, marked by green flags. Green means go, red means stop. Bike dismount will be on the south side of transition with red flags. Again, inside transition, talking about bike mount and bike dismount, there is absolutely no riding your bike in that area, and helmets have to be on anytime you are on your bike. Regardless, whatever you're doing on your bike, if you're riding from the parking lot down to the transition area, put a helmet on. Run exit is on the west side of transition. That's going to be yellow flags, so be on the lookout for that. We'll also have bike stop at the race on race day to provide bike support, so if you have minor mechanical issues, head over to them and they can hook you up. And then information and restrooms are located inside the beach house, so please make your way in there if you have any questions or if you need to use the restroom. So the start, athletes in a swimming event, so everything except for the duathlon will start on the beach. You'll start on the west side of the beach, and you'll line up, you'll self-seed based on your 100-meter swim pace time. So there'll be signs posted along the beach, line up behind those times. We will start you in the water in a time trial format, and it's gonna be mixed men and women, so just know that. Relay teams, your swimmer's gonna start based on the same thing, their 100-meter pace time, and they will line up just along with everybody else. Duathletes, you're gonna start on the trail just to the north of the beach house with me at the green start flags. So your swim course, usually this race is very toasty out, so it's not wetsuit legal, but we'll continue to update that as we get closer to race day, and then we'll make the final decision on race morning and announce that to all athletes. You're gonna swim around the buoys with them on your left. There's 2 main buoys that you're gonna swim around. Life safety staff will be scattered throughout. There's a ton of life safety staff in the water, so if you do need to stop, hang on a boat, have a chat, as long as you don't ask them to take you out or push you forward, you're good. If you do ask them to take you out, they're gonna take you out, and then you're did not finish for the race. You're a DNF. So your first transition, triathlon, is going to exit out of the east side of the lake. You'll run up the chute, over the sand, out on the grass, and then into transition. You're gonna enter transition through the west side where the swim exit flags are. They're red because you just finished your swim. Duathletes, you will re-enter transition through the run exit flags. So that's a red flag as well that you're coming back through. Bike mount, everyone is going to mount on the north side of transition through the green flags. You'll go out on your bike course and you'll come back through the dismount flags. There we go. Walk your bike in transition, please. Make sure there's absolutely no riding in there. Like I said, helmet on and clipped. So your bike course, when you exit transition, you're gonna be on the left side of the road. So you're gonna ride on the wrong side of the road when you're inside of the park. Once you take a left outside of the park and you exit the park onto county roads, you're gonna merge over to the right-hand side and stay as far right as you possibly can. Roads are open, there's not a ton of traffic. They are monitored by the Sheriff's Department, Park Police, and Medical Service, but please make sure that you guys are watching for cars while you're out there. So left-hand side of the road when you're inside the park, right-hand side of the road when you're outside of the park. There's not an aid station on the bike course, so make sure that you plan accordingly. Take water with you while you're out there. Arrows will be placed on each of the turns. So there'll be sign arrows and then there'll be markings on the ground as well, but it's up to you to know your course. So there's been a Map My Run course and a Garmin Connect course that have been shared within the athlete guide. Those will get shared on social media as well, so make sure you download those and you know where you are going. Coming back into your T2 transition, you're gonna come through the red bike dismount flags. Get off your bike when you get there, no riding in transition, re-rack it, and then head out through the run exit flags, which are yellow. You're gonna head out on the run course, and you're gonna follow the arrows on the ground that correspond with your bib color. There's signs at all the turns too, so just look for either the signs or the arrows that are on the ground. Purple will follow purple, so purple will be your aquathlon and your triathlon. Green is the duathlon, so you guys are gonna follow first run, blue arrows, second run, green arrows, and you guys will know that a separate email will come out to you. There are aid stations out on the run course. They're gonna have both water and Gatorade. Make sure you stop and grab that, and definitely stay hydrated. Study the course. The course maps are on jcprd.com. They're also located in your athlete guide. So for safety reasons, bags cannot be left unattended anywhere along the course or anywhere outside of transition. So if you leave something, Park Police is gonna pick it up, search it. If it's safe, they're gonna take it to the information tent. So please just make sure that you don't leave any bags unattended. Finish line, Kona Ice is free for all participants and volunteers. Make sure you grab that. If you have friends, family, kids coming out to cheer you on, make sure to bring some extra cash so that they can get one as well. We're also gonna have Golden Grounds Coffee Co. on site so they can purchase coffee. You can purchase coffee. They'll have pastries for sale as well. Highland Dairy has provided us with chocolate milk. We'll have fresh fruit from Hy-Vee. We also have bottled water provided to us by FedEx Ground. So make sure and take advantage of all of those wonderful items. So your results and your photos. So results will be able to be printed at the beach house. So come up to the beach house, know your number, we'll get it printed for you. They'll also be uploaded to mtechresults.com. Photos will be uploaded as well. So that link has been shared inside of the athlete guide. Hopefully, if not inside of the athlete guide, then it's definitely shared on social media. But you can track your photos by your bib number, and those will go to mtechresults.com as well. That'll probably be late afternoon before we get those uploaded post-race, but just stay tuned for those. And again, that's why I said wear your bib number on the front. This technology uses that to tie it to you. So we need to see that number in order to tie your photos to you. So a few things to remember. Gates are going to open at 5:30 on race morning. Arrive early, give yourself plenty of time to set up, feel comfortable for your 7:30 a.m. start. Transition and the park roads close at 7:25 a.m. If you have friends, family, anybody coming to watch you race, they have to be in the park by that time. Please tell them that, share this with them, share the athlete guide with them. It'll be super helpful. I kind of feel like this goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it. So no nudity, plan your race accordingly. We are not able to strip down inside of transition. There are restrooms that are available if you have to go do that, but please plan to complete your race in whatever you swim in. So no nudity, big rule there. Per USAT rules, no drafting is allowed. The rules have been listed for you inside of the athlete guide, so please make sure that you take a peek at those. Study the maps. It's your responsibility to know your race course. You have to race with your timing chip. Talked about this a couple times already. If you race without your timing chip, you don't get a time, and that's kind of what you came out to do today. So let's make sure that we do it. Volunteers will collect your timing chip once you finish your race. Share the athlete guide with your friends and family. They want to have a great race experience as well, so please make sure that you communicate with them appropriately. And then last but not least, please thank the volunteers for joining us. These races would not be possible without the help of our community partners. So while you're out on that course, be kind to our volunteers and absolutely thank them. I wish you a fabulous race. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out, and I will see you on race day.